Well, hello Facebook, how are we all today? So I wanted to jump on and do a quick video for you because it's driving me crazy, and I have to literally let you know what I think about if I see one more coffee or wine or parenting meme or burnout or making it okay that you are exhausted, that you're burnt out, that you're prioritizing all of the wrong things. I think I'm going to explode. So this is what we're going to be ranting about today. So if you are joining in live, thank you so very much. If you're watching this as a replay, do go ahead and write the word replay in the comments below so that I know that you're catching this. If you are catching me live for the first time, my name is Lisa Barwise. I am what I like to call a wellness alchemist, which means I'm the kick-ass catalyst in the transformation of women around the world, strong of mind, body, and character. And I'm also the creator of Warrior Goddess Kettlebell Training, which is where I am here today. And yes, I want to talk today about this wearing coffee and wine as a badge, this pushing yourself to burnout, the trying to keep up these crazy standards and keeping up with the Joneses, and pushing yourself into whatever else is keeping you from your self-care, basically. Burnout, constantly seeing people exhausted, and wearing exhaustion as a mantle, especially if you're a parent or if you're a busy woman in our 40s. You know, we're doing the teenage parenting. We've maybe got, still got school runs. We're dealing with homework. We're dealing with all these other issues. Maybe we're trying to prioritize our own careers, but it feels like there's so many plates spinning, and yet we're not focusing on the things that are really going to help us to maneuver through this burnout phase. So yeah, this is what I want to talk about today. So yeah, it's going to be a good old rant, because if I see one more meme or one more image that talks about, I can't deal with life without my coffee, I can't deal with this, that, and the other thing, until I've had my coffee. And I understand that sometimes it's in a very playful way, and don't get me wrong, we can all enjoy a cup of coffee. I think where the problem lies is that we are starting to use this in terms of drinking wine and in terms of drinking coffee, specifically as women and as busy women and as busy mums as well. And we kind of wear it as a badge. I deserve my coffee today. Without my coffee, I couldn't parent. Okay? Or I am so burnt out, I am so over the edge, I am so exhausted that without this coffee or the thought of the glass of wine at the end of the day, I wouldn't be able to make it. And again, it's not saying that the coffee is bad or that the wine is bad, it's just how we are using them as tools, when really, normally it's not just one cup of coffee, it could be 5. Sometimes it's not one glass of wine, it could be the whole bottle. And sometimes it's just a big fat crutch in your life in terms of stopping you from achieving what you want to achieve, but also leading to that extra burnout. Because here's the thing about coffee and wine as your reward mechanism, okay? One cup of coffee or one glass of wine is dined upon. We dine on a small cup of coffee or a glass of wine. It's something that we maybe enjoy, that we can, have a wee moment to ourselves and have a little break or have a little pause. At the end of the day or that. And we'd love it to believe that that is how we do it. When most of the time, when I see it, that is not how it is done. It is, I cannot function without my coffee. Normally, if you can't function without a cup of coffee, I don't drink any caffeine until the afternoon. I normally don't drink my first cup of tea until about 3, 4, maybe even 5 o'clock. Other than on the weekends where I might have a cup of tea on a Saturday in the morning while I'm still fasting, but it's made as a purposeful decision to do it, not as a I need my tea or I need my coffee to get out of bed. And it's normally because your energy levels are so low, because you're in adrenal fatigue, you're stressed to the gills, you're continuing what we call this caffeine downward spiral, because caffeine in itself is is an iron binder. We all know that we need sufficient amounts of iron for our energy levels. So when we are more run down, it's generally because our iron levels are low. If we continue to drink coffee, it binds from iron being absorbed into your system. What you need to be drinking or having is more things with vitamin C in the mornings, hence why we advocate Prudies first thing in the morning with loads of green leafy veg and some nice superfood berries, instead of your cup of coffee. So it's not about that the coffee is bad, because you can enjoy a nice cup of coffee. We can all enjoy a lovely cup of coffee. It's when and how we use that as a mantle and as a badge, because we can't get through the day without this. Generally, it is because it's become a downward spiral of, if I don't have my coffee, I'm literally not going to physically make it through the day, versus you need to have a think about that. Like seriously, if you cannot get through the day without a cup of coffee or the thought of the glass of wine at the end of the day, there is something chemically wrong within your body. There's something in terms of energy going on inside of your body, and then there's also that emotional health, the mental health elements of it, in terms of having to reward yourself for certain activities, and the only way that you're going to get through those activities is if you have coffee or wine. We can all see that there's definitely something wrong with that. It's like a big fat band-aid covering over some sort of horrible gash or wound that we need to look at in terms of that. So asking yourself, do I consume coffee and or wine as a means of escape, as a means of, if I don't have this, I might lose it emotionally, I might not be able to make it through the day, I might not have the energy to make it through the day, or I might not be able to mentally be okay through the day. And if that's the case, then you need to look at other ways to prioritize your self-care. So it's not saying, again, that coffee is bad or that wine is bad. There is no such thing as bad foods. Do not make yourself feel guilty. If you feel suddenly that you're going to make yourself feel guilty, you need to watch the video that I did earlier in the week, which is all about stopping you from feeling guilty. But it's about understanding that you can make other choices that I promise will get you to where you need to be in terms of your energy, in terms of your mental health, in terms of you feeling good and confident about yourself, to being able to get through the day without being exhausted or having a slump at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or feeling that you have to reward yourself with food or alcohol, okay? When did food and alcohol become a reward? When do we need to reward ourselves with food and alcohol? Rewarding yourself with food is what we do to dogs. So why would we do it to us? It's understanding that we can use food as fuel to help us to fuel our bodies throughout the day. And if we actually took stock to try to figure out how we can better navigate to be more mentally able to deal with the very hard task that is being a parent. It's a difficult thing. I'm not denying it. You know, I have been a single parent for nearly 13 years, and there's some times where it's like, you know, it's difficult. It's so difficult. You do want to like have meltdowns. You do want to close yourself somewhere, etc. But if you're getting to that point, if you're living that life, this is not okay. This is not something that I would want any other mum or any other woman to be feeling. And I know that there's other solutions out there to help you to turn that around. Whether that be the anxiety, the depression, whether that be this nervousness, the exhaustion, the burnout. There are ways that we can stop this, catch it before it goes too far, and for you to change those habits around. And I promise you that a lot of these can be very instantaneous in terms of helping you feel more energetic, helping you feel more in control, helping you feel more like you are able and capable in emotional, stressful environments and in moments where parenting, especially toddlers or younger children, where you're just about to lose it. And if there's tools that you can use and more of a calmness within yourself, that you can realize that you're never going to get from coffee and wine. That's just the way that it is. So if you are somebody who's like, I feel like I'm on this downward spiral, I don't know what the hell to do if I didn't have my coffee every day, if I didn't have my glass of wine to look forward to, you know. And if we're really, the glass of wine is happening every day, and it's maybe half a bottle or a bottle, and we know that it's spiraling out of control, then reach out to me. I have lots of ways and different solutions that we can help bring you out of that. Our community of women are just like you, okay? We have people going through terrible emotional things with their kids. We have people going through emotional things with their partners, with work. They're going through redundancy. They're going through all of these different stressful ways, and there's ways that you can maneuver through that using tools in terms of nutrition, in terms of exercise, in terms of support, in terms of meditation, in terms of learning breathing exercise, having somebody there in your corner, the support, the motivation, whatever it is, somebody like me just asking you how you are today and how can I help you. All of these things are here if you need them. So stop wearing it as a badge, okay? Just stop it. Stop making it okay for other mums that this is the way that we need to be. Burnt out, deprived, anxious, depressed, turning to only coffee and wine to get us through. There are other ways to help you to do that. So there we go, rant over for today. So I hope this has spoken to some of you. I hope that there's somebody out there that's listening and going, I need to make a change. I can see where I'm totally getting stuck in this way, and if you need a change and if there's a way that I can help you, this is why I'm here. So reach out. So I'm off now to teach some classes, and I will connect with you over the next couple of days. Again, don't sit there in silence, in anxiety. If you're feeling like you're stuck, please reach out. There is something I can do for you 100%. All right, look forward to chatting with you soon. Have a lovely rest of your hump day. Peace out.